To that last play a little bit?
Yeah, you know, they were playing a lot of prevent defense, and you know, going into that last drive, came out with a new little wrinkle that we had that was going to be we call it a seam wheel concept, and we trail the running back out behind it. They ended up pressuring it, which was something that we didn't expect. I thought Will did great on you know, at least buying time and getting out, and with the possibility of just making giving us a chance at the end of the game. But you know, just proud of how these kids just kept battling. They didn't quit.
Jake, the 4th and 2, the quarterback sneak. Was there something that you saw that you take advantage of there? First time, well kept it. I think it was under center.
Yeah, I think it was the 4th and 2.
Yeah.
You know, it was something that we just thought that we were going to go with. You know, it was something that we were pretty confident about. You know, and we went out there and just didn't execute.
And the 3rd and 5, it looked like a zone read. The defensive end looked like he crashed, but then the linebacker got down. Was that an execution? Right. Just missed a block there.
They made a good play. They did. They played a little bit different than how they showed on tape. You know, something that we were confident in. You know, where we went to an unbalanced and we put everybody over to the right side that we could at least isolate Wesco out on another guy, and they ended up trailing the safety behind to make a play on Will.
You got your tight ends involved a lot earlier the last 3 games, but not so much today. Were they throwing different looks at them, or what was that?
They did a pretty good job. You could tell, put a big focus on making sure that Wesco didn't get out in the open field. So we had to scheme it up a little bit, and we ended up getting him Wesco on a couple big ones at the end of the game. And you know, he's a threat that, you know, he's good in the run game, and you can get him out in the pass game as well. And they did a good job of defending it.
Big first half from Kennedy. Seems like maybe you guys got away from him a little bit in the second half. Was that a result of what they were doing, or was it a scheme thing?
A little of both. You know, we thought Kennedy had the hot hand. That's why he ended up having a ton of carries. We kept feeding the ball. I thought that kid is playing at a really high level. You know, he was the guy that, you know, from a passing game standpoint of the ability where you can utilize him as a receiver, and then also how he's running the football. You know, you'd like to give him a ton of carries. You know, I think he ended up having like 25 or so touches, you know, which was I want to say about a quarter of the touches, you know, which is a lot for a kid. But, you know, they did change up their looks the entire game. You know, I thought we did a good job at adjusting on the fly with some of the stuff because they were giving us so many multiple looks. But you know, I'd have to look at it more to see if we should have gave Kennedy more touches. But you know, the kid was playing at a high level, and you know, he left everything he had out there.